Your favorite colors, red and black, and you amazing. I'll pick you up a million girls, no hesitating. Girl, you a gift from God himself, you taught me patience. Forgive my past, cost me a lot to keep me waiting.
Hey guys, welcome to Teens Liberia. I'm Hannah.
I'm Alisa.
And I'm Rashida.
So guys, today we are going to be talking about child sexual abuse. And what actually ensues us to talk about this topic is the previous amount of rape cases that have been announced in and out of Liberia. Actually, it has come to our attention that so many children, girls especially, are being victimized by men who are unable to control their sexual thirst. So we are going to be giving you the definition, the effects, signs, and ways to prevent child sexual abuse. Firstly, for the definition. Child sexual abuse, also called child molestation, is a form of child abuse in which an adult or an older adolescent uses a child for sexual stimulation. Child sexual abuse can occur in a variety of settings, including homes, schools, or in other places where child labor is common. As you may already know, child sexual abuse may involve body contact, but not always. Sometimes showing your genitals to children or pressuring them for sex is also a sexual abuse to them. In most cases, the abuser often know the children they abuse. They may be family friends, neighbor, babysitter, so that's why you should watch who your children go around. And as for the effects, child sexual abuse can cause serious emotional and physical harm to children both in the short term and the long term. In the short term, children may suffer from sexual transmitted diseases, physical injuries, or sometimes unwanted pregnancies. And in the long term, children who have been sexually abused are more likely to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. They are also more likely to get involved in criminal behavior, misuse drugs, become alcoholic, or sometimes they may even try to commit suicide. So Hannah will be giving you the signs.
Okay, so to begin with, child sexual abuse cannot always be spotted easily because a perpetrator might be someone who you've known for a very, very long time, or someone who you trust like wholeheartedly, like maybe a family member, friend, or whatsoever. That is why some rape cases in the world are not known to public because no family tend to keep their reputation in glass crystal. They don't want for it to be, spoiled, and hence they will solve the rape case the family way, not really feeling, the pain of the victim. For an example, let me just give you a quick example. For an example, I have my husband, and we don't have any kids of our own, but there is this adolescent girl that lives with us, and she helps to do the chores and other things. So probably this girl has been telling me, my husband has been harassing her sexually, but he has not, executed his plan at a real plan, which is to rape her. He just harassing her, and when she tells me, and then I'll be like, you're lying. I don't believe her because I have so much trust for my husband. And then my husband goes on with his plan, with his profane behavior, and sexually abuse that child. So when she comes to me and tells me, I'll be like the librarian, where you lying, you witchcraft, you don't take my husband from me, and all type of thing. And I will not listen to her, and that is very, all that type of thing. Now, we gotta be very wise and see the situation from both perspectives. So I'll be talking on the physical signs and the behavior signs. First, if you see blooded, torn, or stained unaware, that's a sign. And also pain, itching, or burning in genital area, and for an example, bleeding, bruise, or swelling in genital area, and also difficulty to sit or to walk. And the person will also experience infection, like yeast infection, and frequently urinating. For the behavior signs, there will be changes in hygiene. If you notice the child or the adolescent is like either taking baths successively or not taken back at all, that's a sign. And they'll start to develop phobias. Like normally we as humans, we're already having phobias by ourselves. They imagine a child or adolescent going through that type of traumatization. That is very, very heartbreaking. So the person will be afraid of little things, even though talking from their peers, even talking from their family or their guardian. It will be difficult for them. It will be difficult for them. And also, they will experience depression and will be traumatized. So imagine having phobias, being depressed, and traumatized. All those three things working together. Some people don't have strong resistance. They might start thinking about committing suicide. And that thought is mostly found in adolescents. You know, we adolescents, we already have our own entanglements in our life. So imagine getting through that type of situation. It's very hard. And also, I know. And also, the other behavior sign is, if you notice that child is a smart child, but the grades will start dropping. Don't get me wrong. Smart kids, grades can drop for whatever reason. But if you notice the physical signs is coherent with the behavior sign, then something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you will notice inappropriate behavior. They will start to get vexed about every little thing. Things that they usually joke with, they'll start to become angry because of all the traumatized, and they'll start bedwetting. They might have nightmares, and they will cause harm to themselves and also run away from home.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm getting on board. So, I'll be discussing on the ways to protect your child from sexual abuse. Actually, according to research, there is no foolproof way that you can protect your child from sexual abuse, but there are steps that you can follow to protect your child to lower the risks. But remember, if your child is in a situation, do not blame yourself, do not blame you or the child, because it's not the child's doing, it's the perpetrator's work. The first step you can follow to lower the risks of child sexual abuse is by being involved in your child's life. Like, being involved in your child's life makes warning signs more obvious, and it makes the child more comfortable to be able to speak whenever there's something wrong. The second step is show more interest in your child's day-to-day life or day-to-day activities. Like if you see a child going out with friends, when they get back home, you get to ask your child questions like, how was your day? What did you do for fun? Why did you spend your day? What did you guys eat? Maybe if the child is outspoken enough, she'll be able to give you a gist of what they did. If something is not right, then you will get to know something wasn't right there. And another one is encourage your child to speak up. Sometimes kids get paranoid, like Hannah said. Kids get paranoid to open up to other people when things like this happen. But if you sit and listen to them while they talk about things like that, and make sure not to blame them, like I said previously. Make sure not to get mad at them at all because it wasn't their fault. Listen to them, advise them, counsel them during this situation, because that's the only thing they need from you. Because if you get harsh on them, they will never open up to you no matter what. I don't care how you talk to them, they won't open up to you. Like for example, let me just say, my little sister. I have a sister, right, and she's being tampered with by somebody that I know or somebody that I trust. If she comes to me and say, oh Rashida, this guy in the house is doing this thing to me, he's touching me like this, and I just be like, shut up, you lie, you can lie. Why do you do that to you for? Like beating there? Like the can make the child afraid to talk to you. Seriously. So don't do that. Don't yell at them, don't beat on them, don't blame them. It wasn't their fault. In any way. Another step you can follow to lower the risks is teach your child about their shut up. Teach your child about their bodies. Show them the various parts of their bodies. Because this is very important. If something happens to them,
and they do not know that the parts of their bodies, like they do not know how to pronounce their breast, their vagina, their anus, and all that. It will be hard for them to open up to you and say, oh mom, the person touched so and so my body. But if you teach them one by one, oh, this part of your titty here, like when people can say like your titty here, like your mouth here, don't let men play with your titty, don't let men touch your something, your so and so. If anybody touch it, come to me quick, you tell me that the button here, it can help the child to open up to you. Then also like the same way it correlates with teaching your child about boundaries. It also has to do with teaching your child about boundaries. Like if you see your child going around too many boys, stop that friendship, because sometimes boys get triggered if they see too many girls. Not too many girls. See your child acting sexy sometimes. Something going on in your mind. Going on
Definitely.
Go on there. But and again, tell them, I know that friendship with that ball, stay away from them. If they keep on doing it, if it calls for you to beat them, then you stop going there. Beat them. At least if you do that to them, they'll say, oh my mom doesn't like me going around boys. It will stick in your head. Oh my mom beat me the last time. She said if she see me near boy child again, she will beat me up. She will not go there. Trust me, she will not go there again. Because a petty girl, that petty to remember. So these steps are steps that you can follow to lower risks of your child being raped. Don't misquote me. There is no way to prevent your child, because no matter what you do, there will be some crazy men. Megan, that Lisa said, men do not control their sexual thirst. They get drunk today, they won't have sex with you.
Not all men though, they got some irresponsible men.
Yeah.
They got some responsible men.
They got some responsible men too. When they see you, I don't care how you're looking, I don't care how responsible they are, they will check and sometimes they can bribe you for your own body, hold the amount of money. Don't tell nobody I had sex with you. So if you see signs like that, tell your mom.
That's why you should teach your children how to be
always
satisfied.
always be open with your child. Like be your child's closest friend. Like that, she will always be able to talk to you no matter what, no matter the bad thing that has happened. So these are the
one more thing, you should know that rape is not something to be compromised.
you can compromise
Because you don't know what the victim is going through.
So if you suspect anything like that, it's not to say, oh, that family discussion.
family or
Not
not
family,
family.
you have to report it to the police so that they can take the right step.
They need to take the right step.
So guys, that's it for today.
So
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like
and subscribe.